And now, for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, with dedication to the men and women now serving in harm's way with the armed forces of the United States of America, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble! Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing white with blue. He weighed in officially at 154 pounds. He brings an outstanding professional record to the ring. In 49 bouts, he has 46 victories, including 25 knockouts, with only 3 defeats. From St. Petersburg, Florida, presenting the IBF Junior Welterweight Champion of the World, Ronald Winky and his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner, wearing black trimmed with silver. His official weight, 154 pounds. His professional record, also outstanding. 41 bouts with 39 victories, including 35 knockouts, with only 2 defeats and 1 no decision. From Pomona, California, the former lightweight world champion, former welterweight world champion, reigning and defending WBA, WBC Super Welterweight Champion of the World, Sugar Shane Mosley.
Okay, gentlemen. You both receive your instructions in your dressing room. Okay, look, if he goes right here, it's okay, and his it's going to be low. Right here is okay, and his it's going to be low. I want a good, clean fight. Obey my commands at all times. Above all, protect yourselves at all times. Ready? Let's go.
In my fantasy, Wright will try to fight Mosley the way Hagler fought Hearns, trying to walk him down because he's the bigger man. Mosley will fight Wright the way Leonard fought Hagler, trying to box him, throw flurries, and move.
I don't think Wick is going to throw the volume of punches that Hagler threw, though.
Or it could be a tactical chess match from the beginning, but we'll see as they meet in the center of the ring and both begin to try to use their jab. Just as in the preceding fight. Remember, you're looking at a southpaw against a conventional fighter. Possibility of headbutts, possibility of feet getting tangled up, difficulty of establishing your jab, especially for the conventional fighter who's not as accustomed to this kind of confrontation.
That's correct. And Wink is very, very accustomed to fighting right-handers.
Body shots by Shane. Winky grins at him. Shane trying to get a right hand straight through the middle, and Winky still grinning at Shane. Wright trying to show Shane that he's enormously confident coming into the ring. Hard left hand over the top by Wright. Already it appears that after having to chase a lateral moving De La Hoya down much of the night, September 13, Shane's going to find Winky Wright a lot easier to find.
Winky Wright is walking him down, tight defense, and at this stage right now seems to have the better of the fight because he's got Shane seems to be very uncomfortable with the situation.
I thought that last left hand stunned Mosley a little bit.
It did, just prior to the tangle up.
This is Wright's attempt to say, I'm the bigger, stronger man.
And Mosley's letting him doing it because he's not boxing the way he can box and the way he said he would try to box in this fight. He's just standing right in front of him.
He said that he would provide angles and that Wright wouldn't be able to attack straight ahead, as is his wont. But indeed, as you say, Larry, Mosley's not moving side to side. He's staying right there.
He's staying very stationary, and Wright is walking him down with that right jab, and he's keeping it up very high over top of Shane's left hand, which makes him much more effective with the jab.
Shane obviously banking that his left hook to the body is going to serve him well. He's dug it in twice.
The key punch in this fight seems to be at this stage, Winky Wright's right jab is going to set up everything. And until Shane starts doing something different, he's going to have a big problem going down the stretch.
There's a hard right hand by Mosley. Flurries to the body inside. When you try to go to Wright's ribcage, you got to deal with the fact that he's got his arms pinned down on both sides a lot of the time. His elbows flexed right against the ribcage. He blocks many shots with those arms. Then you try to get to the head, and he's pretty good at getting the guard back up.
And when you finish up with all of that, Winky comes right back with a right jab right away.
You don't see a lot of defensive-minded fighters who come forward and walk you down. That's what's unique about Winky Wright.
All right.
Wright grinning through much of round one.
Wink, when he flurries, you got to flurry back. All right? Keep the feint on his ass all the time. Popping that jab with the feint. And look for that bottom. Look for that left hand. Bottom of the eye. Nothing. Don't worry about it.
Okay, give me some water. Oh, two can't be in the ring. Two can't be in the ring. Get out the ring. Okay, look.
All right, because of the steroid controversy, we thought we'd show you a side-by-side picture of Shane Mosley. Here's how he looked on the right, September 13th, against Oscar De La Hoya. Yesterday, you see him at the weigh-in. I certainly can't see any difference of anything. He looks a little trimmer last September. That may be because of the lighting and the angles of vision, but we don't see any visual evidence that he's any less than he was about 6 or 7 months ago.
This in the wake of speculation by some baseball writers that a few baseball stars have lost significant weight in the interim since last season.
Winky's working that jab very good, and if Shane doesn't watch, he's going to get so mesmerized with trying to control the right jab, and he's going to get hit with a straight left right through the middle.
Yeah, he seems to not be ready for that left hand. He seems very vulnerable to this.
Watch over here.
We're in the Mandalay Bay Event Center in Las Vegas, Nevada. Shane Mosley in the black trunks with white trim or silver trim, going against Winky Wright in the white trunks with blue trim. They're fighting to unify the World Championship at 154 pounds, fighting to establish which of these two fighters remains near the top of the world pound-for-pound rankings. Wright dug the right hand in after missing over the top with the left. Mosley trying to find room for a body punch, didn't really get anything off. There's the hard left hook to the body by Shane Mosley. Uppercut inside, Wright counters it with a right over the top. You see how quickly Winky Wright can counter.
He didn't look that impressive in the last fight because he wasn't fighting a quality fighter when he fought Hernandez. But for this fight, he's really up for it. And I think that straight left followed, preceded by the right jab is going to be a big factor. And Shane's got to get out of fighting him so straight in. He's fighting him directly, straight, square in the center. He's not moving and using the angles which he said he would do in the meeting.
Wright landed a straight left over the top and a chopping right hand in that last sequence. Now Mosley with a hard right to the body, little left hook inside. Wright with his own two body shots, lands the left upstairs. Mosley has twice backed up after left hands by Wright in this round.
Mosley landed only 3 jabs around against Oscar De La Hoya, who boxed so well in their last fight.
That's by CompuBox numbers, which of course Mosley's camp disputes. Good left hook to the body by Shane. But Shane blinking a bit.
But he is not throwing many jabs here either.
Left hook twice to the body by Shane Mosley.
But he's looking weak in his legs. Even though he's punching, it seems something is wrong.
Shane seems to be trying to load up punches as though he's concerned about taking a lot of punishment over a long period of time from Winky. Now Shane backs Wright into a corner and Wright comes back out.
There's an abrasion over the left, under the left eye already of Mosley.
Could come from that piston-like right jab of Winky Wright's. There's another good jab. He misses with 2.
This is a better round for Mosley, but I'm not sure he won it.
Also, it looks like going down the stretch is going to be better for Wright if it continues at this rate.
The style advantage early on seems to belong to Wright.
Breathe, relax.
Stay within yourself. Remember, don't get caught up. Wait. Beat first. You're not snapping the jab now. You're bullshitting the jab, looking for the left hand.
Yeah.
Don't bullshit the jab, then bring the left hand. And look for the body work. Look for the body work. Beautiful round. You boxing like this is an easy fight for you. That little step.
Dipping to the side, that's working too. Just relax, Shane, and boxing like we do in the gym.
Trying to relax.
Okay, just relax, man. That's all it is. It's mine. You know, you're doing a stupendous job. I want you to continue doing a great job. Just do it, okay? You're a superior boxer. Relax yourself out there. Don't force nothing because you do what your talent lets you do. Okay?
Let's go. Seconds out.
CompuBox numbers through the second round. Winky Wright threw 40 jabs in round 1. Threw another 43 jabs in round 2. Through rounds 2, or the 2 rounds, Wright has thrown 127 punches by CompuBox numbers to only 84 for Mosley. So once again, CompuBox numbers early favoring Shane's opponent, Winky Wright. Wright to the body, Mosley to the body with the left hand. Wright comes back with a right, Mosley comes back with a right. They flurry inside, Wright lands a little right hand. Now Mosley begins to throw his own jab and lands a right hand down the pipe.
You know, it is to Mosley's credit that when he moved up in weight, he was able to find another way to beat fighters. But if he's banging up against a naturally stronger guy, this is a tough fight for him.
Mosley's putting everything into those body shots.
Winky seems to be so comfortable within the whole situation where Shane is showing a lot of effort, but not that comfortable. And you can see how Winky, after he finishes up, he's pushing him off right away and coming right back with that jab again. Shane is not comfortable.
Shane feels as though no one's ever gotten to Wright's body, though, and if he can do it with hard punches, he might change things.
He got hurt with a tremendous right. No, another right hand to the body. Winky's hurting him to the body.
Left hand by Wright, left hand upstairs by Mosley.
And Winky's been very physical with him, too.
Wright backs Mosley into a corner, trying to set up a straight left hand.
Yeah, he's so busy trying to stay away from Winky's right jab. That's why he's going to leave himself open for powerful shots, primarily the left hand shot.
Mosley misses with an uppercut, now lands with one of the 2 right uppercuts. Winky Wright pounding a right hand to Mosley's body. Good left hand by Wright inside. Mosley seems determined to fire back punches every time Wright hits him hard.
And he's hurt him to the body and to the head. Facial expression shows that Shane is going to lose the fight unless he changes.
What a terrible break it was for Shane Mosley when Ricardo Mayorga went down. Mayorga was one of the hottest things in the sport at that moment, achieving tremendous cachet because of his fighting style and his electrically unusual personality. But Mayorga went down to Corey Spinks, and Shane decided to take this tough assignment instead. I think Mayorga was the perfect opponent for him, Emmanuel.
Yes, I always thought that Shane would have beaten Mayorga, but it's just a matter of styles, and this is the computer printout of what Shane Mosley should not be fighting tonight, is Winky Wright.
Round 3 comes to a close as Mosley tries to flurry offensively, and Wright bangs him back hard twice in return. Felix Tito Trinidad and his father, Papa Trinidad, watching. From a business standpoint, they have to hope that Mosley wins, because if Shane loses, Larry Merchant points out to me there's an immediate rematch clause in the contract.
There is, but if Shane Mosley loses decisively, I'm not sure he would want to fight Winky Wright again.
That was a return clause in the contract for Mike Tyson and Lennox Lewis, but Mike Tyson said he didn't want it anymore.
Okay, keep your balance.
Replays.
You know, Mosley's personality, his temperament, is to fire back when he's hit. It's to stick his nose in there. I'm reminded a little bit of Meldrick Taylor, who had boxing skills but wanted to exchange. It's what made him Shane Mosley, and it may unmake him as Shane Mosley.
Winky Wright, 40 jabs in the first round, 43 in the second, 39 in the third. Harold, how do you have it so far?
Okay, Jim. 3-0, 30-27. Ronald Winky Wright. Jim, I got to tell you something. We always talk about ring generalship. When you fight a southpaw's power is in his left hand. You got to circle to the left to make the southpaw reach with his left hand. And Shane Mosley's not circling to the left. He's standing right in front of him. So Winky Wright drops the left hand down on him. 3-0, Wright.
Chopping left hand over the top. Mosley searching for answers to mount an offense as Wright just picks his shots.
He cannot get away from Wright's jab.
As the fight goes on, it seems Winky gets bigger and Shane gets smaller.
Yes, it's much stronger.
Are you shocked, Emmanuel, at how easy this has been for Wright so far?
No, I'll be very honest with you now.
This is why you told Judd Burstein that it was a very difficult assignment.
Yeah, I told him it was worse, and I said, please don't take the fight. You know, it's all about styles. I tried to tell him not to let Corey Spinks fight against Mayorga. But what's happening, all of these superstar fights that we're dreaming of are all being offset by, to me, bad judgment in picking the fight. But I have to give a lot of credit to Shane because he didn't have to take the fight himself.
He's getting hammered right now as Wright is loading up left-hand shots and hitting him about as hard as Winky's hit an opponent in years.
And being very physical after every exchange. He's been very physical with Shane. He doesn't let him just back away. He tries to push him off, which drains his strength even more.
People who look for the Wright, who seemed so average against Angel Hernandez, won't find him anywhere in the arena tonight. This is a Winky Wright who's come to fight the fight of his life. But maybe Mosley, with those power shots to the body, can wear him down and slow the pace.
At the first body punch, I think that Wright is punching equally as powerful and as effective to the body. And he's landing his, whereas Mosley's punching to the outside and not landing them. He's catching him on his elbows. Winky, but when Winky shoots his, he's shooting them up between the elbows and to the inside part. He's very effective.
Last 30 seconds of round 4. No change in the tactical momentum or flow of the fight. Wright seemingly dominant in this round, just as he seems to have been in the first 3 rounds. Hitting Shane hard with left-hand shots. Mosley trying to come back offensively, not doing anything defensively to slow Wright's attack.
He can't do it. He doesn't have any answers for anything that's going on. If he was using his legs and trying to move, he'd make him a little bit more effective, but I don't think anything he can do is going to beat Winky Wright tonight.
One pattern we'll watch. Jack Mosley, Shane Mosley's father, manager, trainer, is seldom critical of his son. How does he see the fight?
Well, I think his father's...
Don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that. Step in there. Throw the right hand. You slipping good. Throw the right hand to the body. Okay? If you slip a punch, you don't have to slip a lot. Slip and hit him back. Yes. Look. That's all in your mind. Okay? Shane, this is the 5th round picked up. I got to start taking charge from here on out. Just take his elbow.
In close, Winky Wright throws shorter, sharper punches, and the fact that Mosley is standing right in front of him, that left hand is finding its mark over and over. I don't think, if this goes on, I don't think Shane Mosley can survive for 12 rounds of getting hit.
Not without some kind of tactical adjustment. He's got to do something different in the fight, it would seem to me, Emmanuel.
I'll be honest, I don't think he can do anything different. Moving well, Winky just got his numbing. And Winky's very effective by blocking, neutralizing everything that he does, and then he comes right back with that right jab, and eventually he's starting to be more physical inside, which is a little surprising to me.
Once again, the numbers from CompuBox on jabs in the 4th round. Right through 41, landed 13, his high for the fight. Mosley, 3 out of 23, only getting off 40 punches in the round.
If Shane was boxing, he could do his Sugar Ray Leonard type moves, a flurry, move in and out. He could possibly win a decision, but I don't think that's just his nature. But he'd have to employ some footwork in order to win this fight.
Yeah, Ray Leonard, who could punch
and
play defense, and he had no qualms about doing whatever it took to win. He was able to put his personality aside.
Right hand by Mosley, 2 of them in a row.
You're right.
Good left hook by Mosley there.
But I just don't think that that's the nature of Shane to do that.
Uppercut by Wright. This is Mosley's best offensive flurry of the fight in the last 20 seconds. Now Wright starts to back him down with that jab again. Mosley hooking. Winky just stepping forward, and there Mosley lands a big right hand. And another one. Suddenly he's found something with solid right crosses to the side of Wright's head. Shane just missing with a left hand that might have knocked Mosley into the seats.
You mean
They might have knocked Winky into the seats. Yeah, that's what I mean. Now there's that hard rough hand by Wright again, and again over the top. Mosley coming back with 2 more of those right hands. He's found a weapon, and now he's using it repeatedly.
Well, now he's starting to land his right the way Wright is landing his left.
Yeah, he's not landing it clean, but he's doing it from the side, but it's penetrating enough through the defense where it's having some effect.
Well, it's an adjustment. Conventional fighters are supposed to go with the straight right hand. It's hard to get the straight right hand at Wright because of the way he stands and defends. So Shane's sweeping it from the side now, and it's working.
Yeah, that's the best thing, but I wish he could start boxing more.
Well, why would a magnificent athlete like Shane Mosley not use more footwork at this stage of his career?
I don't know. That's the only thing that he has that Wright doesn't have. If he's still moving and he's got much faster hands, if he can move and flurry and move in and out, I think he could possibly pull a decision out. But just trying to power punch, it's going to be very difficult.
Emmanuel Shane's been boxing since he was 8 years old. Has the long career, all the days in the gym, the thousands and thousands of rounds of sparring. Could they have robbed him of his foot movement?
It very well could be. I didn't want to say that. But a lot of these fighters who've been boxing too long, with 200 and 300 fights, it takes his effect.
You heard Larry Merchant talking about Ray Leonard versus Marvin Hagler earlier. There's Sugar Ray. Marvelous Marvin Hagler, we presume, is in Italy tonight. James Caan of the television show Vegas. It's not true that Caan is sitting in Sylvester Stallone's lap. It just looks like it. As Sly sits next to Ray there, and Caan takes advantage of the opportunity to converse with both.
Do it. This is not a spot right now where you can try. There's a 6th round coming up, 6th or 7th round coming up. The rounds are going by quickly. We got to do the mental thing and win this fight, and the powerful thing, win this fight. Right hand, left hook, okay? And if you have to, flare a little bit there, just a little bit to get the points.
Is he getting the right advice? Emmanuel?
Well, I guess that's the best advice that Jack can probably give him outside of just playing boxing, and I don't think he's not going to see Shane box, so that's probably the best he can give him.
You know, at our fighting meeting yesterday, I asked them whether they had brought in a third person, a third eye, as it will, to look at Mosley and decide what's he doing right, what's he doing wrong, how should he go for the rest of his career. But they said no, they knew each other as well as they could, and they think they could solve the problem. I don't see the problem being solved. Maybe it can't be.
No, they're very close together. I don't think that they're going to ever bring in anyone else. It'll always be Jack and Shane for the most part.
The 5th round was Mosley's best round. He landed 15 out of 35 power shots, including that sequence of right hands that was his best of the fight. And you heard his father say, you're going to have to win it with power. Right cross, left hook. That's what Shane's trying to do over and over.
Well, it might be toe-to-toe now for about another 20 minutes.
If he's not going to
right
box.
hand by Wright. Mosley landed the left hook. Wright caught him with a right hook and a left cross. Backs Mosley up again. Shane landing one good shot, but catching 2.
So the problem is that, you know, you shoot a lot of punches at Winky and you don't really land. You get excited because the noise that he's making, but you're not landing that effectively. And
Winky by Mosley.
Winky pushes you. As soon as you finish, he goes right back and puts pressure on you right away. He doesn't let you rest.
Good left hook landed for Shane. Shane trying to unload to the body. Take some of the snap out of Winky Wright's punches. Wright just keeps hustling forward, trying to walk Shane down. Glancing blows by Mosley, a chopping left hand by Wright. Mosley's body shot blocked. That went off the elbow of Wright. And that left hook lands. Now a right hand upstairs between Winky Wright's guard. Wright's activity level going down. His number of punches thrown beginning to drop, and therefore Mosley getting up more opportunities to land.
But he's making Shane burn himself out on Light Middleweight. Shane is throwing a lot of punches in there. Most of them are being blocked. It may have a lot of power and create excitement, but Shane is basically hitting on the elbows and gloves. And he's leaving his head wide open when he gets in close.
Hunt and peck for Shane Mosley, looking for chances to land something hard against Winky Wright. Wright trying to maintain the momentum he built up in the first 4 rounds.
Well, I've given Mosley the last 2 rounds.
Yes, he won the last 2 rounds.
Another good round. Another good round for you, baby. When it's 30 seconds, be aggressive. And look, this ain't a fucking sparring match. Quit all the glove touching bullshit. He's trying to take your living away from you. Come on. Breathe. We can be fucking friends after this, okay? All right.
Don't tighten up. Just throw it straight, Shane. Don't wait around like this, like that. Don't pity-pat with him. Drop that right hand in there too. You know, use your body, twist your body. Use your legs. Move to the right. You're doing a great job. Okay? This is 6th round coming up. 7th round. Oh, it moved faster than I thought. Okay? Mentally, you're strong. Let's jump to it. Okay? You got your superior mentally. Okay? But use your agility also, Shane. You got a lot of stuff.
Mosley's confidence clearly rising. He was so discouraged 2 rounds ago. There you heard him say, I'm starting to wear him down to the power shots. And Dan Birmingham, Winky Wright's trainer, trying to light a new fire under Winky after he has ebbed a little bit in the last couple of rounds. Harold Letterman, how do you have it through 6?
Okay, Jim. 58-56, 4 rounds to 2. Ronald Winky Wright. Like you say, Jim, Shane Mosley picking it up in rounds 5 and 6, landed good, solid right hands. Probably won those rounds with clean, effective punching. I mean, he really did more damage with that right hand. So 4-2, Winky Wright.
2 chapters in the fight so far. First 4 rounds for Wright. 5th and 6th rounds, seemingly for Shane Mosley.
Come on, don't be flat.
But the more important, the last 2 rounds were the 2 rounds that he won, which is very important.
Now Wright comes out and reestablishes an activity edge in the first 45 seconds of round 7. Hard left hand and a hard right hand by Wright. Both back Mosley into the corner. Mosley trying to come back with power shots of his own. Just standing and trading.
Both guys got good chins, but Wright is not the devastating puncher. Shane is a much better puncher between the two. Because otherwise, the punches that Shane had been hitting with, if it had been the other way around, it would have been a knockout.
On the other hand, Wright is the more solid defender, and that big left hand was as big a punch as he landed in the fight.
Yeah, he's consistent, though. As soon as Shane takes a little break, Winky starts taking over again.
For the moment, the 2-round comeback has come to an end as the first minute and a half of the 7th emphatically belonged to Winky. Crowd chanting, Winky, Winky, Winky.
I suspect there are a lot of people who bet the Winky is the underdog in this fight.
Yeah.
Well, the initial odds were something like 4-1, which most boxing experts agreed was insane.
But the last few days, a lot of Winky Wright money was coming in. Most people that was coming in the bet was coming to support Winky, especially with the odds. Even if you figure it was 50-50 like most boxing experts. But you get 3-1 odds if you bet on Winky, so you go that way.
Right now, you'd call that smart money. Wright reestablishing his edge here in round 7. After Shane Mosley was beginning to reel him in the 5th and 6th. Mosley still trying to land power shots, but in this round, they are not landing. He hasn't gotten in a solid right hand. And Winky Wright has landed some of his best left-hand shots of the fight. Mosley with arm punches. Wright easily able to block them.
got 2 points, and I don't know what that round is about, okay? So, you have to hit him in the elbow. You have to hit him on that elbow. You got to go to the body. You got to stop trying to pick the shots and just go and throw the damn punches, okay? Shit. And have balance. You don't be off balance when you do it. I want you to have balance when you do this, okay?
Stay busy. When you feel good,
Come on, Winky. You're winning all but about a round of this fight.
come on, Winky. But we ain't gonna do it. We ain't gonna speculate.
We
Let's
need
work
12
hard, Winky.
motherfucking rounds. Come on.
Come on, Winky. Let your hands go.
Let's go, guys.
That's everything.
Come on.
Let's go.
Winky Wright, prior to this, has had 3 big fights in his career. Vargas, Vasquez, a South American who held the title. Harry Simon, a tough fighter from Africa. He lost each one by a decision.
And, you know, if he continues the way that he slowed down his last 2 rounds, he could possibly lose this fight. And it's interesting, his corners tell him he's won every round.
Or every round but one.
But one, yeah. The last round could have made it one either way in Moscow.
That was one of the seconds who said that. His trainer Dan Birmingham didn't say that. Birmingham, who's been very profane tonight, is trying to stay on Wright and keep the pressure on him to continue performing at this level. And incidentally, I mentioned in the last fight that the trainer of Joe Macy, Carlos De Leon, is not, or excuse me, Juan De Leon is not all that well known. The only way you would know Dan Birmingham is if you followed Winky Wright's whole career, because he has no other fighter of prominence.
No, and he spent his entire career with Winky. In fact, when I saw Winky over in France, he was with him then, and I read him go to South Africa, he was with him then.
Well, Birmingham says that he's been with Winky since basically the first day Wright walked into a gym as a teenage amateur.
That's amazing.
And it helps to show why Wright has been so consistent in his style.
Yes.
He's never really changed what he does, just upgraded some of it from year to year.
Well, he's better pick up his output right now, otherwise he could find himself in trouble going down the stretch.
But Mosley isn't finding many chances to start his offense in the 8th, just as was the case in the 7th. Shane seems to have run out of a little steam after that rally in the 5th and 6th. Wright popping him with the right hand again. Mosley tries to fight back. As Larry's pointed out, it's always Mosley's instinct to try to come right back at you when he's been hit. There's another big left hand. And Mosley starts from forward to try to attack, but Wright takes advantage of the opportunity to hit him again. Pops him with 2 more right hands. Shane wants to answer, but Winky is targeting him. Wright hammering Mosley around the ring with right and left. And at this rate,
Shane is not really hurt, but he just don't know how to deal with the situation. The punches are coming from angles which he's least expecting, and the pressure is so much. He's not used to being pressured. Even with Oscar, he was the one that set the pressure, not Oscar De La Hoya. For the first time, someone is making him back up and putting a lot of pressure on him and being very physical.
And the crowd begins to chant Winky, Winky, Winky again. Finally, Mosley lands a straight right hand to slow the rally a little. Shane trying to stick in another straight right hand. But again, these punches have nothing of the authority that he showed in the 5th and the 6th when he was rocking Wright with solid right crosses.
And even those wasn't really that clean. They was halfway landed punches, but it was just so much power and steam in the way that, you know, Mosley punched it with such speed, it created more excitement than damage.
Felix Tito Trinidad with a lot at stake here. Big money assignment against Shane Mosley in the fall if Mosley can win the fight. Doesn't seem to be happening at this moment. Trinidad could lose millions here tonight without stepping in the ring.
Okay. Should be noted that according to Wright, he's agreed to fight him if he wins.
Jab him, okay? Jab him. Throw the right hand, box him, counter. Just throw some feints, okay? You got to do that. Where's the water? Where's the water? Okay, Shane? Box him. Hit your left hand. You got to move your head, too. Okay, you're keeping your head in one spot. Move your head, box. Set your punches up. Right hand, left hook, okay? Hit that elbow.
Now this round, Jack Mosley is telling Shane Mosley to box. The previous round, he told him to go in there and, in effect, try to punish Wright. Let's see if he can be more effective moving as he's trying to do right here.
4 rounds to go. Winky Wright seems to have won 6 of the first 8 from Shane Mosley. In round 8, CompuBox numbers, Wright 23 out of 66, Mosley 15 out of 58. And Wright with by far the harder, more substantial punches in that round.
Mosley trying to box him here.
But he's really not boxing. He's just moving back and pulling, but he's not really jabbing effectively and throwing fast combinations.
Crowd is stunned, quite frankly, because there have been moments in these past 2 rounds when Winky Wright is toying with the great Shane Mosley.
Yes, it actually looked like it's a man in there with a boy to some degree. And a confused boy.
The last time we saw on Shane Mosley's face the look that you saw after round 4 and after this last round, he was fighting Vernon Forrest. Hard right hand by Wright inside.
So he's not effectively boxing. He's just backing and pulling and backpedaling, but he's not boxing.
And of course, the 2 fights with Forrest all but brought Mosley's career to a halt before he revived it with the big win over De La Hoya last September. Right now, Winky Wright, tall and long-armed like Vernon Forrest, is making Shane Mosley look as discouraged here as he was in New York and Indianapolis in his 2 losses to Vernon.
And Wink is very, very confident. He's never lost his confidence level. Even the rounds that Shane won, Wink was very confident in those rounds.
Wright is just bouncing on his feet and waiting for opportunities to pop Mosley.
It's a right jab again.
Before the fight, Shane Mosley told us that he would fight the way he did as a lightweight, throwing 60 punches around, combining blinding boxing skills with power. In this round, he has so far thrown fewer than 30 punches and has landed 4.
When you're throwing punches, you see a guy's blocking and you're not landing, it makes you automatically slow down and cut off.
Getting hit hard.
Wink is very effective. His connect percentage has got to be extremely high.
And you see Wright parrying Mosley's jab with his right hand, then blocking the right with his left. Shane is facing the frustrating prospect right now of firing shots at Winky Wright's gloves. And Wright shakes his head as if to say, you can't find me that way.
Come on, we got another one in the bank. Sit down.
That's money in the bank right there, baby.
We keep working. We can't take nothing for granted. You gotta stay busy.
Look, when he's 30 seconds, I don't give a shit if he's not doing nothing. Be ridiculous with the jab.
Come on.
Be ridiculous with the jab. At
Come
least
on,
if
Wink.
he's not doing nothing.
Come on,
Feint
Wink.
and follow him.
Come on,
Feint
Wink.
and follow. Don't just feint and let him off the hook.
Don't let him off the hook, Chandler.
Keep
Come
gripping
on,
that
Wink.
body.
This is your time, Wink.
Wink,
This
you
is
backed
your
him.
time.
Wink, you backed him up 2 minutes and 50 seconds of that round.
We got to finish this in spectacular fashion. We got to finish these next 2 or 3 rounds. I think you only got 2 rounds left. Okay? You got to do this. With the right hand, the left hook, whatever. I don't care who you're hitting. Here. You got to be throwing punches.
Jack Mosley has always had trouble keeping up with the rounds.
Hasn't he, though? I was just thinking the same thing. Every fight, Jack says, oh, well, that was the 7th. No, actually, it was the 8th. Oh, really? It happens. Sometimes I feel the same way. Harold, how do you have it through 9?
Okay, Jim. 88, 83, 7 rounds to 2. Ronald Winky Wright. I mean, Jimmy just keeps walking him down, popping him with the right jab, and then whacking him with that solid left hand. He drops the left hand down on him, and he can't miss Shane's jaw. Beautiful job by Winky Wright. Aggressiveness, clean punching, as you see right there. I mean, all Winky Wright.
You heard Wright's trainer, Dan Birmingham, saying, I want you to go crazy. I want you to be ridiculous with the jab in there. And Wright has come out jabbing in the 10th round. Born in Washington, D.C. Grew up in St. Petersburg, Florida. Great friends with many of the other superstar team sport athletes who come from St. Petersburg, Florida. Barry Bonds is here tonight. Frank Thomas of the Chicago White Sox is here tonight. I haven't seen Gary Sheffield, but he is another of Winky's great buddies. He also has about as many friends in boxing as almost any fighter, partially because he's never been at the top of the pyramid. Nobody's ever had to envy Winky Wright for where he is. He's envied other people.
And you know, it's interesting, you know, at most all of the fights, I always see him in the lobbies. He comes out of the fights, just as a fan, as a spectator.
Kind of like Chris Bird.
Yeah, and then to see him now getting his day in his, you know, and this is his first really big main event. Because he's usually on the undercard of Roy Jones's fights or somewhere else. But right now, he is the star tonight, and he's putting on a tremendous performance, too.
Wright with a solid little right hook inside. Just busted Shane.
That was because the legs got crossed. He wasn't hurt. But Shane takes a good punch, too. But when he gets in close, Shane just leaves his head wide open. And he doesn't move, he doesn't bob and weave. He just lays it right there. And Winky man's starting to take advantage of those short right hooks as he get in close. See that? It just leaves it there. And as soon as they come out of the exchange, Winky starts walking him down again. He never lets him rest. He starts walking right to him right away.
There's another good hard right hand by Shane Mosley. Punches like that have been few and far between since the 6th round.
So interesting, Emmanuel, how a multi-dimensional fighter, as he's moved up in weight, has become almost a one-dimensional fighter.
Yeah, you know, we look at the fact that he didn't have an impressive victory against when he fought Raul Marquez. With a close, controversial fight with De La Hoya. So he hasn't really did that much effective anyway at 154.
Come on, take that. Let him go, Rick. Let him go. Let him go. Come on.
Well, the fight has become a round-by-round repetition of the same thing. Winky Wright popping jabs, landing straight left hands, landing chopping right hooks, and basically dominating Shane Mosley with effective ring generalship while Mosley hunts one punch at a time for an opportunity to land something hard. And Barry Bonds has a big smile on his face, as well he should, the way his buddy has performed so far tonight in the fight.
Flew down here from the Phoenix area where San Francisco Giants are training.
Show them why you the best, Wing. Dude, it's your time. They didn't know it. It's your time. They didn't know what they was doing.
Here it is.
Show them why you the best, Wing. It's your time, Wing. Show them why you the best.
Keep punching, just
It's a jab to the body, feint with the right hand to the head. The left hook, Shane. You got to continue to do it, okay? You break him down with the jackhammer effect, okay? Let's go, guys. 2 rounds of good, Shane.
You know, there haven't been that many really bad moments in Shane Mosley's career, but when they come, Shane can't hide his discouragement and his disappointment.
No,
his face like shows everything.
Yep. Right now, he's losing that $9 million bet big time.
In the 10th round, CompuBox numbers, a repetition of what you've heard before. Mosley 7 out of 45. Wright 24 out of 63. Slipped to only 36 jabs in the round. Generally, Wright has been able, for the last 2 or 3 rounds, to do what he wants.
I got you. Stop. Let him up. Come on, hands free. Let's go. Come on.
Right now, it appears that this is just a vainglorious decision by Mosley to walk away from the fighter he had beaten twice, Oscar De La Hoya, out of pride, and to take on the toughest guy on the block.
Hold. Stop.
Winky Wright. Winky has Shane blinking.
Well, of course, we've been in one previous situation where we thought that Shane had not won the fight, and it turned out that we were wrong in the eyes of not only the judges, but most ringside boxing media. It's almost impossible for me to imagine that the same reversal takes place tonight, but we have to leave open the possibility that our opinion is somehow different from most everyone else's. It's a possibility. It just doesn't seem like a strong possibility.
I think it's remote.
Yeah, I agree.
And maybe the fact that he won such a close decision last time
argues against him here.
Argues against it here, even if it was a closer fight.
Which it ain't.
But Winky still could step it up a lot more, because if he did, Shane doesn't have anything that he could hold Winky off with if he could pick it up a little bit more.
This is a damning question, Emmanuel, but to a certain degree, maybe not consciously. Did Shane Mosley give up in this fight in the 7th round?
I think he gave up after about the 2nd or 3rd round for the most part. And he came back, he had a couple of good rounds because Winky cut off. But I saw the discouragement very early in the fight when he just really couldn't seem to mount an attack. Even when he would get in position to start a flurry, Winky would go into a defensive mode where he didn't even know where to throw the punches at, so he would just back away.
Because a super professional like Shane, who's been fighting for 24 years, if the style advantage has him outflanked, it's no secret to him. He can see it.
But I think they weren't realistic when they took the fight. They thought that he could do things that he couldn't do. He would be dancing and boxing, things that he's never did anyway that much.
I think it's my opinion, guys, that the reason he's discouraged early is the fact that he couldn't do what he expects of himself. He has a high opinion of himself as a boxer, and he's earned that. But right now, that opinion is, if he looks in the mirror, isn't there anymore.
But you know how they are in Vegas with Mosley.
It's the last round. Who's first, Jeff? Last round. Okay, you got to throw the right hand, elbow, whatever you got to do.
We need the round. They'll rob us if you don't get this round big. They count the 12th round like 6 rounds here. So come on, keep your punch rate up. Shoot that left hand down the middle and rip that hook up.
Come on, Wink. 3 minutes to do it. Okay? Get out there and do a tremendous job this round. The victory is ours. Okay? Suck it up. 3 minutes, you got to suck it up. The ball. Okay? You got to do it, son. You have to do it.
I didn't hear the words knockout. Did you hear the words knockout?
Got to go for a knockout.
He told him that he absolutely has no chance if he doesn't knock the guy out.
His code word for that is you got to do it, you got to do it. I think Shane Mosley understands the situation.
No, I got you. Let him up.
The situation is that as a cheetah or a leopard, he was just too good for everybody from 147 down until he met Forrest. Now he's having to fight like a lion, and he's fighting bigger guys.
So the layman fan would ask this, Emmanuel. Well, let me see. The Mosley fight with De La Hoya was really close. Would Winky Wright have had this good a night against Oscar De La Hoya too?
You know, that's a good question, Winter. I think that Winky's going to be a problem for any fighter. That's why I told Judge Bernstein, don't take that fight. I'd say, you know, I don't like to tell you this, but I just can't see him beating Winky. Winky takes a good punch, very seasoned, and, you know, this is his day to shine.
Wright has tried to call De La Hoya out about 100 times. I rather suspect if he gets the decision we expect tonight, after the fight, he'll say, that's why Oscar never wanted to fight.
Yeah, well, Wright here is trying to close this show like a champ. He's not backing off and sitting on his lead.
Nope, and I think Shane is trying to battle and do everything he can to try to pull a victory out still, too.
Hard right hand by Mosley, partially blocked by Wright. Wright rips a right hand inside on Shane. Shane gets a chance to fire a left hook and a right cross at Wright.
Oh, my God.
Winky's giving him the opportunities because he wants to hammer him hard.
And Shane is fighting him back, though, punch for punch.
Wright may someday regret that he fought the 12th round this way if Mosley gets in a clean shot.
But that's what a champion has to do. Here's a gamble. Let it all hang out. You can't play safe when you're going for all the marbles.
Well, but he's calculated by this time that Shane cannot seriously hurt him with one shot. You know, and he's had this experience in other fights where he's fallen just a little bit short, and he doesn't want to make that mistake again. And I give him all the credit in the world for that.
When you talk about falling just a little bit short, you're talking about the Fernando Vargas fight 3 years ago.
But
the one previous time when Wright had a chance to make this kind of statement.
That's right, but right now, you know, Wright is maybe losing this round here still. Even though I think he's comfortable here, but Shane is outworking him this round at this stage here at the last half.
And given the amount of punches that Mosley has absorbed, you got to give him credit here as well.
Give him a lot of credit.
You know, but it looks like he's trying to score a 21-point touchdown.
It was the fight to unify the title in the 154-pound weight class. Most boxing fans probably expected it would be a big night for Shane Mosley. Instead, it appears to have been a big night for his opponent, Winky Wright. I don't know whether Tony Weeks ruled that a knockdown or not.
No, it was not a knockdown.
It shouldn't have been a knockdown. Dan Birmingham, the trainer, is in there trying to argue the point. Weeks is apparently going to the judges and saying it was a slip. Felix Trinidad applauding the effort of the two fighters and probably deeply disappointed in his heart.
He might fight Winky.
All credit to Winky Wright. 14 years in the vineyards, as I said earlier, and now he's finally got his own label. He is Winky Wright, the champion of the junior middleweight division.
The judges are veteran Chuck Giampa, Dave Moretti, and Paul Smith. And there are the notable fights on the graphic for all three of those gentlemen. Didn't seem like a terribly difficult fight to score. We will see. In the 12th round, Shane Mosley rallied. 27 out of 84. His highest punch output of the fight. Wright, 24 out of 63. Give the 12th to Shane. Harold, how did you score it through 12?
I did give the 12th to Shane.
All right.
9 rounds to 3. 117, 111, Ronald Winky Wright. Winky tired, in the 12th round. I think he knew he was ahead. He was a tired fighter. Shane tried like heck to catch up. It was impossible. So Shane wins the 12th round, landed the cleaner shots. Interestingly enough, in round 11, I thought that Winky Wright really just about had him out and didn't realize it, because if he would have followed up the advantage after landing that tremendous left hand, he probably would have knocked him out. But anyway, a big victory, 117, 111, Winky Wright.
Virtually everybody knew that Winky Wright was a solid and capable defender. What might have been open to question was how much offense he would be able to mount against Shane Mosley in the fight. But from the beginning, Wright landed the cleaner, harder shots for the most part, setting Shane up with the constant jab, throwing in the first 3 rounds more than 40 jabs per round, and therefore getting his opportunities to land the right hook and the straight left over the top. And now Michael Buffer has the particulars on the decision. Let's see who won the fight.
Bay of Las Vegas. We go to the scorecards for this undisputed unification super welterweight world championship fight. Chuck Giampa and Dave Moretti, 117 to 111. Paul Smith, 116 to 112. For the winner by unanimous decision from St. Petersburg, Florida, Ronald Winky Wright.